right, it's day 87. And we're in the town of Aosta. I don't know how else to pronounce it. A-O-S-T-A. It's a very old Roman city or town. And we're going to be seeing a bunch of ruins. On this column is the she-wolf feeding Romulus and Remus. Is the city, that's the legend of how Rome was founded. I think it was Romulus that killed Remus, and then, anyway, but they were raised by she-wolf. And the real statue, though, is in the Capitoline Museum in Rome, and that's just a replica for now. Anyway, let's go find out what else there's besides the green bus. So we're most likely right now on the Decumus going east and west, okay, the Roman street of the town. And I really like this little church painting right here. I want to show you why. I like the paintings of the characters. The priest is like, yeah, this is the spot. He's pointing to it like, yeah, this is where it was at, lady. Okay, like, you don't believe me, it's fine, but this is where it was at. And everyone else is like, see right here. This is the blood. See, it's kind of like, yeah, right there's where it happened. See that? So this is interesting. We got a French flag there, right? Of course, you can see probably those are the French Alps in the distance. And we're on the, most likely, the Decumus Maximus, which was the main street going east and west in Roman times. And we'll see what else we got. And then over here we got an Italian flag. Okay, check this out. So we came to this Alpina place for sandwiches, but it turns out they got smoked burgers. So she's letting out the smoke, and there we go. It came with fries. I got the big cheese wedge on it right there in the middle. More cheese. I thought it was going to come with more potatoes. We might have to order some more potatoes after this too. It looks really good, huh? First bite, and it's really good. So this is interesting. In front of the archaeological museum here, they put in the pavement, Augustus. Okay, now hold on. Preatoria. I'll translate this for you, by the way. At least I'll try. Porta, which means door. Principalis, so first door. And Sinistra, which I don't know about, but I'm going to put it down below once I find out. Anyway, so I know that this door exists, but it's not here necessarily at the museum. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go find out. Right now we're facing north, but we'll go east to the main Roman area soon. I think if I knew more about the history of the town, I'd probably understand why there's water wheels here. It might have been here in antiquity and they put a new one in, but either way it's working. So now they've laid out Augusta, Preatoria as well here, which is nice. And then right next to the church here in front, which I'm not too interested in the church. Yeah, actually, it doesn't look that bad. Let me zoom in here a second. It's not that bad. And then here we have, let me zoom back out, geez Louise. Templa Fori, which is a temple forum, which was here. So the forum was basically back behind this building, somewhere around here. Hopefully we're going to see more here in a second. We have a map here of the Roman...
We have the Roman road to Gaul.
Okay, to Gaul, yeah. Going north, right here.
Going
is that,
north.
So
we have here Preatoria, Ivrea, right now.
Yep.
Preatoria was founded in 100 BC.
Nice.
Then we have Augusta Preatoria.
Yep.
Salassorum.
Which is where we're at.
Where we are. From here, the street divided, went in one side to Alpis Pennina.
Okay.
So nowadays it is Gran San Bernardo to Switzerland, and then through the Alpis Graia, so the little San Bernard Pass to France.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, got it.
And this has always been a region of the border, because you can see here all different passes.
Yes.
And
yes.
all of these different passes were crossed during different eras.
Yes.
Okay. So it is completely normal that people here spoke different languages.
Can I ask a random question from about a different century?
Mm-hmm.
So when Hannibal came through his elephants...
No. Okay, Hannibal didn't come here.
Not here, but
Not
so
here.
he was. So he when he crossed, he wasn't in any of these passes.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't here in
Okay.
Aosta.
All right.
We think that he went through the Piedmont or through Liguria.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now we're back. Now you were talking about Augusta Preatoria here, which
Yeah.
is
I was talking about the city of Augusta Preatoria that was mentioned in the Tabula Peutingeriana. This was a medieval copy of the late Roman map, and right now it is stored in National Museum of Vienna.
okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is very, very important for us. Here we can see where is Aosta, on the border with Switzerland, on the border with France. And right now here, this is what I wanted to show you. These are the public buildings of Augusta Preatoria.
Okay.
Okay. What you can see here, you can see the city of Augusta Preatoria, which means, what does it mean? It means we have a city like a rectangle. It was a model city. We have here two main roads, the Cumano Massimo and Cardo Massimo. The Cumano Massimo started with Porta Pretoria, so with the main Roman gate. Then it ended with Porta de Cumana. On the north, Cardo Massimo started with Porta Principalis Sinistra that you can see downstairs in the museum.
Nice.
And here ended with Porta de Cumana. Porta de Cumana.
Okay.
Okay, so we have here the main public buildings were up on the northern side of the Cumano Massimo, which means Forum, where we are right now, Amphitheater and Theater of Aosta. There were also thermal baths here and some other little buildings downstairs, down on the southern part of the Cumano Massimo. The whole city the city wall was large for about 550 meters, and it was long for about 730 meters.
Wow.
The whole city was divided into so-called insulae. The level of the city that we can see nowadays, the Roman city, the level of the Roman city, what you can see is can be very well seen downstairs to Porta Pretoria, which is about 3 meters down.
Oh wow, that
from where we
far.
are. Okay, let's look here.
Okay.
We have here the place of the Forum and the present town. You can make a photo of it if you want.
Sure. Well, I'm doing a whole video, but I'll take a photo of it. Sure.
So I
Great.
think it's
Okay.
important.
Yep.
Okay, here you can see the square that we can see here in front of us. So when we go out right now, you will see the cathedral, you will see this yellow building, you will see this square without cars. This was the Forum, and we think that the Forum was so big, like 8 different insulae from the time of Augustus.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is pretty big. It was divided into 3 different squares. And why this? Because what you can't see here, but what you can see here, there is a difference between the highest point of the city, which is here, which is called Torre dei Balidi, and the lowest point of the city, which is another tower.
So the city was on an elevation going
Yeah, it was a
from
little bit under elevation. It goes
yeah, it was
downstairs and
angled.
downstairs and
Yeah,
downstairs.
slope. Okay.
So this is also why here the Forum was divided into 3 squares. The main square where were both temples, the middle square, and the so-called public part of Forum. What you can see here the both temples. You can see here downstairs there is cryptoportico, and there was a colonnade upstairs covered with roof. The cryptoporticos had 2 main entrances. The first one was here, the second one was there. And let's explain it to you in the audio way.
Okay.
What you can see here, you can see that this pillar is made from the column of the porticato of the colonnade that was here upstairs to us,
Okay.
and of the part of the column that was from the temple
Okay.
as well here downstairs. Here in the middle, and I think this is very, very interesting. Here in the middle, you can see the baptistery of Domus Ecclesiae. that we saw
Ecclesia,
of the private Roman house given to the first Christian community.
Okay.
And this was the baptistery.
Okay.
Probably on the right side and on the left side we have the water tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because we are not so sure. The portico. Not
Okay.
this material inside, but this part.
Yeah, just giving light for down here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can still see that it was plastered here and here. So I suppose it
Okay.
might be original.
All right.
And let's go right now outside.
All right.
Of the cathedral. We have the first one, neoclassical, from 848, and then we have the second one from the beginning of the 16th century. In the first one, you will see. Can you see those little windows
Yes.
here
Yes.
downstairs?
Yeah.
First one. Downstairs, you can see a white marble with the decoration. Probably this white marble was used to decorate the temple, and you can still see the same decoration upstairs on the neoclassical facade of the cathedral.
Okay. All right.
So so always the Roman material was reused. Nothing new. It was simply like.
Right. Right.
Okay, so let's go out for a moment.
I have to
We
imagine
are
two things.
standing right now.
Yeah.
You have to turn on imagination.
Okay. Imagination turned
Imagine
on.
that we have here a temple.
Yeah.
Here we have put the porticos
Okay.
and portico upstairs.
Okay.
And it is in the time of Augustus. So it means when the city was founded, the city of Augusta Preatoria was founded in 25 BC with the winter solstice. During the Middle Ages, Middle Ages here starts in the 5th century. So it means when ended the Roman Empire.
Okay.
And we have in front of us Domus Ecclesiae.
Okay.
Here in front of us you would find an apsis.
Okay.
This apsis was made with the columns of the temple.
Okay.
Okay. And we are standing in front of the first church.
Okay.
Because here we have two churches. The first one was dedicated to Saint John
Okay.
the Baptist, and the second one was dedicated to Mary, which goes to heaven.
Okay.
And let's speak first about this. What it is called.
Okay.
Then we have the birth of Jesus here in the middle, and then we have the temple here on the right side. This mix between the sculpture and the frescoes was something completely normal. But you can see upstairs, you can see the 12 apostles. They reunite themselves close to the tomb of Maria, and you can see the Mary that goes to heaven upstairs.
Oh, way up there. Okay. Yeah. Right there. All right.
And you can see the orchestra on the right side and the left side.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go a few steps over there in this direction.
So this is one of the best shots we're going to get of the old Roman theater here. And you can see it's a 3-story facade at least. I don't know it's not even the best angle to be honest. But it's closed for renovation. We can't get in there. This is all we got. It's too bad. So here we have the old Roman wall, at least an entrance to it. There's another one behind it. So I'm not 100% sure what's what. I don't know the history exactly of this part like I could find out before. But very nice to see. Let's walk in and see what else we can see. So here we got a model of what it looks like. This is called the Porta Preatoria. Okay, and as I'm gonna back out and try and show you it here. It's 2 overlapping arches, and it would have a walkway above this interior courtyard. Well, I didn't want to show you a bunch of scaffolding, but I didn't want you to think I was going to miss it either, which is the Arch of Augustus here. Can't see really anything about it, and the tree's blocking half as well. We do have another statue of another copy of Augustus from Preatoria here, just like we saw in Turin. This copy is okay, but it doesn't. The real one's much better in the Vatican. So there you go.